Welcome back to the Lessons in Stances series. In this video, we're covering the cat stance. So, from a couple viewpoints, this is the cat stance. And from front view, the idea behind this stance is that 100% of the weight is on the back leg and 0% is on the front leg. Right? That's the metrics of the stance, so to speak. And the front foot is turned slightly inwards to cover the groin a little bit more, to give it a little bit more protection. And the idea behind what this stance teaches is in nimbility, if that's a word, I just made it up. Being nimble, being quick, agile, soft, like the cat, just as its name implies. Maobu, or cat stance. They're meant to mimic the characteristics of a cat, not necessarily the shape, but the characteristics. Because the shape of it is kind of like, the cat is pawing forward, just taking a very light step, just, casually moving through. And you notice with the cats, even when it's like super fast or taking its time, it's never boom, 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 boom. It's always boom, like super agile and not clumsy. Well, some house cats can be clumsy. But you notice that their movement, they carry their weight very well. Even when we pick them up though, they're not like just feathers that you just pick up, but they have this kind of, you try to pick them up by the rib cage, they just kind of become jelly in your hands, right? So it kind of has this dead weight effect. So they have this weight, and their weight, is not, they're not carrying themselves, so to speak. They're not carrying their center of gravity high like a lot of us do. Rather, they're super sunk low. Their weight is effective, but they carry it well throughout their movement. You don't hear them clomping around the house, but rather you see them skitter and scatter and not clomping with every movement. So like this, we're meant to be the same, right? This isn't meant to be like a, not meant to be like a stance that you'd use, like if you're squaring up in the middle of a wrestling bout or something like that, but rather it's, right, it's supposed to be nimble, agile, quick movement. So even in a situation where you're wrestling, it's about repositioning rather than trying to get a lot of anchorage for a throw, for example, right? And with the front foot having no weight in it, it's meant as a feint as well as a preparation for a kick. So with the feint, right, if I step within my opponent's positioning, right, so if my opponent's standing here in, like, say, a gongbu stance, right, if I happen to step right here with my front foot, right, they might think, oh, I can sweep this guy, and try to sweep my foot. But because there's no weight in it, like, at best, they'll get my foot to move, but my center will still be right where it is. So from there, I can just counter with a kick. And as it already implied there, you can kick with it too, right? From this position, you don't even have to move the rest of your body if you want to be like very stealthy about it, right? Just boom, right? Doesn't take a lot to the groin to just boom, smack. So it's agile, right? Quick to kick, and always giving a feint. So the cat always lands on its feet, so to speak, right? So nimble, agile, not clumsy. That's the methods of the cat stance. So if you're fighting with someone, right, you might wrestle with them one moment, but then another moment you might come to the side and become more agile, trying to avoid an attack or avoid a wrestle, whatever you might be trying to do, and then counter with a knee strike or a kick, whatever you might want to add in yourself, right? But that's the idea of what the cat stance is trying to teach. So see you all in the next video.